Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present WTA. We think AI is an AI data technology consulting, product engineering, and platform company. This is our 10th year in service. We've been working with large IT companies, Fortune 500 companies, and many other startups as well. We're close to 315 people. We're close to 350 people combined. We've delivered more than 100 plus projects, and these are some of the top logos that we work with. We're also certified by Stanford, and we're part of a company called Skill Recruit. Our core offerings include technology consulting, experience design, product and platform engineering, product management, data analytics, and AI. So this is a full cycle digital transformation that we do with any customer. We start with consulting and then go with design, engineering, analytics, and AI. So these are our core capabilities, and let me quickly show you some of the projects that we have done. So Blueton is an MES platform. This particular project is solutioned with a company called MTAR Technologies. They are the one who built cryogenic engine for Chandrayaan 3 with ISRO. So we started basically understanding their internal operations, and we have understood there are a lot of production inefficiencies and other analytics problems. That's when we jumped into the requirements, and we basically spoke to all the managers, operators, planners, and technicians, and also the QC managers. And we ended up creating a whole platform overview in terms of how each operation and module basically functions. And then we have built multiple modules for them in terms of solutioning. And these are some of the core features, starting from your product planning, process planning, work orders, batch planning, operations, scheduling, machine, and other important aspects. And specific to aviation, we've also got a chance to work with Zest IoT, which Balachandran also has known the founder. We actually designed the version 1 and version 2, and this is the most recent version that we have given to them. So this is how it is. So the platform basically works using IoT. It basically has all the flights and securities, where it will be able to understand, what kind of events have to be triggered at what time. So that is the operations that it does. So you can basically click on an airplane, see what exactly is happening, what is the batch it is doing. So all those activities can be done on the platform using a web application. So this is done specific to London Gatwick Airport for their internal terminals. Coming back to our requirement, we basically understood the requirement in a very high level. Based on whatever we've understood, we've quickly put together a solution. This is what we actually wanted to present as the first version to Southwest. Of course, there's going to be a lot of feedback that we collected and refined. But just let me quickly walk you through the platform. So the platform basically has a dashboard analytics. So on the top, you can see all the key KPIs, which is your health, on-time, crew coverage, and turnaround. And you also have a live alerts, which is basically required to give the attention. Some might be critical, medium, and high. We also have the network performance. At the same time, what is today's summary? All these are basically dynamic, data analytic values that are coming through multiple middle algorithms. And we also have the resource utilization rate, passenger flow, and the crew availability by location. You can see that. You can also see how much fuel efficiency that it has gathered. So this also has to be coming from a different source, and we can give that. And what is the overall revenue impacted? That we will basically collect from the ERP system. Now, moving on to the next module, we have something called Alert Center. Alert Center basically gives you all types of alerts, starting from your crew duty, aircraft mechanical issues, weather, schedule conflict, ground staffing. You can also filter them by type. You can also filter them by severity. And you can see on the right side, we have something called live activity feed, where you see how these events are basically triggering at what time. You can also see more details in terms of what are these issue about, what is the description, root cause, and what are the assets that are getting affected. And even the system gives some recommendations to understand what it is and with the history of event. You can also assign it or also escalate it to a specific manager, and it goes directly to their notifications. Or you can also select resolve. So this is a very unique module called simulations. So what simulation does is you can basically select a crew type, and then you can give a aircraft number, and then the location and the base. And you can also set the variable in terms of swapping or reverse utilization. And you can also select the duration that you want to simulate the whole data. And then once you're done with it, you can click on run simulation. So what happens is it basically takes all the variables, inputs, and everything, and it creates a preview on when the flight has to come, what is the rest period, and then when is it flying, and what is the delay reduction, cost saving, legal agility, and also utilization. What is the timeline impact, cost impact, crew impact, and also the affected flights. So all this you can basically run couple of scenarios and then decide how exactly to be making the simulation. And then we have recommendations. So recommendations is the system basically trying to recommend certain things because it already has collected some amount of data. For example, it also gives you the reasoning in terms of the usage patterns, and also the what is the reduction cost saving, and also does it have any compliance issues that needs to be followed. And once if you accept the recommendation, certain actions will be taken in the background. You can also accept all, or you can basically also see the simulation. For example, if I want to understand what happens if I have to simulate the scenario, that also will be done, and you can just run a simulate and it automatically simulates. And we have crew hub. Crew hub is where we basically have all the crew members and what is the duty time, location, are they on duty, and what is the fatigue risk, that also can be calculated. And we also have the compliance. If they have any specific compliance issues, we can basically track them as well. On the right side, we have something called fatigue and compliance meter. You can see how many people are at risk and what are the crew timeline. All that also can be tracked on the right side. We have a aircrafter tracker. You can see this is the Google Maps that we can integrate, and you can basically look at each stat, and you can understand where exactly or what is happening, how many people are on ground, and all of that. So and then we have station operations. So you can see what is the gate utilization and what is the staff dashboard in terms of how many are there. And are there any bottlenecks that needs to be done? And what is the turnaround efficiency of each of these? So you can see how many are available, occupied, and maintained. So all these are something that can be assigned and it can be managed here. You can also change the location and see how the data values are being changed. And then you have your schedule manager. So schedule manager is where you're basically seeing each of your schedules. So when you click on a particular schedule, you'll be able to see how if you want to adjust it or not, or you want to make any apply changes. So all that planning, everything, what is the what is the schedule, all that can be tracked in this particular thing. And then we have ops brief generator. You can basically generate your daily ops, shift ops, station ops, and also emergency ops. You can also add a new section or where basic. So all this is basically managed by a LLM in the background. You can generate these generators, and you can also send it to a particular recipient who can be any department person for that matter. In order to configure this, we have a set user management. You can add all your users here. We also have the alert system, how the alerts have to be managed, what are the SLA of that, and what are the LLM models that we are using. If there is a compliance to use an in-house model, we will basically do it on-prem and we'll deploy the model, and then that is a model that we use for most of the actions. We also have the integrations. So integrations is current existing systems that can be a ERP system, third-party system, or any other system that matters. We directly connect with the backend sources, and we'll also create the webhooks. And we also generate the system health in terms of once the connection happens, what is the system uptime, and does it have any API latencies when we are calling external sources, and is there an error rate? Everything from a microservice point of view, we'll basically configure that, and we'll also generate the error now. So this is the overall platform that has been created specific to the use case. Very preliminary. Think of it as the first version that we came up with. But once the requirements are concrete, and once we know that okay, these are the sources that we need to get the data from, we'll give the platform a lot more maturity. Yeah. Thank you. This is all I wanted to explain.